wrapping up Wednesday's practice. Again, I feel like we're getting better in the way that we practice. I feel like we're more efficient. We're able to get in more quality periods and more plays. Not too many. We certainly don't want to add too much, during the season. But guys are really practicing at a high level. From an injury standpoint, Jawan is still day to day, and going to make a decision more towards Friday, Saturday. See how he's doing. I think Cam is a little bit behind him. I think Cam will be more of a next week decision. Cam McCormick. With that being said, I think you guys saw Schuler's already running on land. Probably and doing a lot of the stuff in there on that Ultra G with about 80 to 90% of his body weight. So certainly that's encouraging that he's on schedule, a little bit ahead of schedule. And that being said, open question.
With Cam in particular, Mario, is this pretty concerning at all? I mean, all fall Cam, now it's possibly 3+ weeks into the season. This is almost like high ankle sprain territory. Plus, this is a pretty long injury.
Well, it is what it is, and all we could do is make sure that we do our best to make sure he's healed and not put him out there before he is. So, I trust our training room. He's had some things that made it complicated. And that being said, because of that, we're making sure that when we get him ready to play, that he's going to be ready to play for Duke.
You've had a lot of true freshmen that have helped you on deep offense too, but Andy was talking about the number that he saw out there, and Mace has been a guy who's been playing well too. But do you feel more comfortable with some of those newcomers playing in bigger roles?
I think so, and I think last week was a really good indicator and some good practice, some good work for them. But you see it in practice too. You're watching these guys; they're getting this thing down really well. They're communicating well, which is always a part you want to test out there. Can they get the calls? Can they get lined up? Can they communicate when there's a change, when there's a shift, there's a motion? And those guys are doing that. So the confidence in them is growing higher and higher. And you know what? They're up in the competition. They're making the guys around them better.
They seem to be there for big plays when been around the ball for some tackles for loss, sack, etc.
Yeah, he's got a lot pent up now. He missed an entire season. He missed his senior season due to injury, which was kind of great relationship with the family because he got hurt before the season started. And he was committed to us, and we stuck by him. That's what we do, right? He's one of our guys. And so this is his first action in over a year. So it's impressive to see what he's done so far. But again, his best football's ahead of him.
How's the energy on the sideline when the defense is out there in particular? Because I know you're right in the thick of it. But yeah. Ken's new, but Andy's up in the box. And
there's a lot of juice out there. Yeah, there's a lot of juice out there. Those guys they just bring a lot. They bring a lot to the table as mentors, as teachers, but it's contagious, it's infectious. You see the players, it's hard to position myself on the sideline to be able to, do what I need to do to watch and manage some things because of the amount of juice and energy over there. So it's certainly, it's been a big bonus.
What have Jawan's spirits been like as he's been dealing with, I know he's probably wanted to get out for his last season of eligibility.
Yeah, he's good. He understands. It's part of it. And because we have tried to get him out there and it hasn't been quite ready to go, we need to do it right. So when we do get him out there, he's there to stay. He doesn't have something that's nagging and goes back and forth. So, but he's closer. He's closer, and I think these last couple of days have been a really strong indication that we're getting there.
What is Zach Emerson's status with the team right now, and how much faith do you have in Cam to take that on?
Well, Zach's away from the team while he's handling some personal matters, and really feel good about Cam. And also, Henry Cattleman, who's come on as a walk-on, has done a great job. He's only been kicking for a couple of years, but he's a pretty neat story. He's got a powerful leg. He's been really good, really effective in his field goal tries and been really good kicking off the ball as well. So we feel comfortable with the depth there.
Marcus said earlier after the first week game that he was going to turn that offense loose a little bit, maybe not protect some of those receivers as much. It kind of showed in that game against about 14 different guys catching passes. Do you feel like there is a little bit more trust now that you're entering week 3 here with some of these kind of depth pieces that they've been able to step up, guys like Daywood and some others?
I think guys have stepped up. Guys certainly have made plays. Guys that were in reserve roles are now frontline guys, and naturally they've had to step up and do so. And yeah, they are building more trust, and Justin is trusting them more and more. And we still got to practice at a higher level to get complete trust. Timing and precision of the passing game, right, is of the essence, and those things are really coming together nicely.
You've been no stranger to really good freshman groups at previous stops here. What is this freshman group like specifically? I know Andy just said that this is unlike any freshman group he's ever coached as far as talent and guys that are ready-made to play now. What's your assessment?
I feel the same way about it. I really do, and I think the best part about them is what they're made up of, their DNA. They're made of the right stuff. They're tough. They're demanding. They can handle the rigors that come with being a freshman and being thrown into the fire right away. And their leadership qualities are really, like, they're strong. They really stick out as a group of guys that are destined for something great. And they love Oregon. They're here for the right reasons, and so we look forward to watching these guys grow and develop. But we've just had to hit the fast forward button on them due to they are not only some guys are becoming frontline guys, but they are the quality depth and guys that are in their rotation, which is very different than most schools. These guys are now thrust into roles that are really prominent.
Stack's departure creates an opening scholarship-wise. Have you made a decision about how you want to allocate that?
Not yet. We'll make a decision on that soon.
After facing some talented young quarterbacks, what does Montana's guy present as a challenge as an older guy with a good start to his season?
Well, he presents it all because he throws the ball really well. He can make all the throws. He's good in the quick game. He's been very good at dissecting coverages. He's very decisive. He's throwing the balls out quick, very efficient, accurate. And then when it's not there, he can extend plays and he can make things happen with his feet as well. Real impressed with him. And his receivers are really good players as well. And it's not just the slot guy that has all the passing records. He's right on the brink of breaking those. But outside, they're fast, they're athletic, they're long. Big guys that go up and make some really good 50-50 opportunities go their way. Tight end wise, they play with a couple of them, and they're all good blockers, and they all could run routes really well. So all in all, you look at a team that offensively, there's a reason they're scoring that many points. Yeah, they execute well and everything else, but they have a lot of talent. And those guys up front, they're tough, they're organized, they're well coached. They gel together nicely, and so far they're off to a great start this season.
We're seeing more guys across the country enter the portal now that they kind of have an idea of where they are in the depth chart. Do you guys actively look to see who's available, and do you have room to add a guy on scholarship?
Absolutely, you have to look. You have to look because it's changed the game. It almost looks like college football is headed more towards the NFL than it used to be. So you have to. There are some rules that come into play, as for example, if a guy has played, you may not be able to add one. Those things are being cleared up for everybody across the country because everyone's in a similar situation. And so, with this transfer portal comes an entirely new set of rules, regulations, and I would guess perspective that you really have to. You probably won't know until you have a 4-year cohort of this thing, and you could see all the situations and circumstances and how they ended up.
Do you try and carry an open scholarship then? Like, do you have an open scholarship right now if one presents itself?
You always try to carry an open scholarship.
Can you talk a little bit about Samson New on defense? A guy who's played a lot of football, can immediately step in there as depth and just make plays for a defense.
I smile when I think of him. I get fired up because that guy plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. That guy's physical, he's ferocious, he's relentless. Everything about him just oozes of big-time linebacker, old-school linebacker. And I think, we all saw the skills and the set of hands that he has. He didn't practice again today. This he's a special human being and a competitor, and he's rapidly becoming a special player.
We good?
Okay.
Thank you.